Now you're in the stadium, the Alcorn State University Marching Band, the sounds of dynamite, under the direction of Interim Director of Bands, Dr. Everson Martin.
diamonds, that's for you. Big platinum plaques, but they
Braves fans, look up on the video board. It's time for fam cam crowd karaoke. If you know the words to this tune the band is playing, you want everyone to join, you can sing along. Look up. You may be on the video board. In just about 2 minutes, we'll have a very special presentation for you pregame. In just about a minute, we'll have a very special presentation for you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the Jefferson County High School Junior ROTC Department Color Guard presents today's colors. Please remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by Mr. Alvin Moore, President of the A Club and Chaplain of the Alcorn State University National Alumni Association. The invocation will be followed by the national anthem performed by the Alcorn State University Marching Band, The Sounds of Dynamite. The invocation.
Let's pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for this day. We ask that you watch over both teams, coaches, and officials. We ask that you bless our president, faculty, and staff, and students. Bless the Steve McNair Foundation and his legacy to Alcorn. And this day has been set aside for him, his family, and the Alcorn family. Bless our 2020 Midwestern Conference. And in the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
The national anthem. Thank you again, Jefferson County JROTC, for presenting today's colors.
Try to slow down that passing attack.
That's Carlos Brown joining us here at the Carlos Brown Radio Show. You can catch it online on Spreaker.com and the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll take a 1-minute break. Cedric Tillman coming up with our first On the Field report, and Fred McNair with a Southern preview back in 1 minute here on the Alcorn Football Radio Network. All right, you're coming up, Tillman.
Team captains for the day representing Southern. Number 1, Lutkins. Number 58, Brinson. 89, Brown. And 91, Champion. For the Braves, number 19, McCullough. Number 51, Henderson. And number 62, Hall.
All right, welcome back to Jack Springs from the Reno Castle Stadium. Let's check in with Cedric Tillman with our on-the-field report on this cloudy Saturday afternoon. Good afternoon, Cedric.
Good afternoon, Charles. Right now it's 59 degrees. It's cloudy, and the wind is blowing out of west-southwest miles per hour at 10 miles per hour, Charles. And kind of cool, but it's still a nice day. It's not raining.
And this field is holding up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Southern.
The rain here the last couple of days.
It is, and the grass is not moist at all, Charles. It's a good field to play on today.
Thank you very much, Cedric Tillman. The on-the-field report here on this Saturday. We've had rain most of the week. Rain yesterday. We do some of the high school games around here back on Thursday. And here we are, Braves football coming up at the top of the hour. All right, Coach, look at the Southern University ball field. This is the game that's been talked about by Braves fans and Jaguars fans for the last couple of weeks, going back and forth. We've had success within Southern in the past. But this Jaguar team, to me, offensively, they've got the pieces, but defensively, Coach, they really have settled in the last few weeks, holding UAPB to 7 points, winning some close games. Texas Southern 28-41, Prairie View 34-28. So let's start with Southern's defense, and we'll get to the offense coming up. What is it about these Jaguars defense that you see good here compared to what you see?
The DJ about to play my show, so why me go dumb when it's gone?
We're doing some stuff that we're doing 5 years down to the year. Stopping the run and also stopping the pass. So we just got to figure out what we can do best against those guys to kind of offset the things that they're doing. So hopefully identify it early and do it to execute.
10 interceptions. That leads the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Talk a little bit about that secondary.
It's tough. I mean, just get through it soon is the biggest thing because that process is dropping that many guys. You have very small room for error, so you have to be very, very particular the time you're going to take shots downfield and make sure the quarterback is in good tone and looking at the coverage and seeing and believing what he throws.
Offensively, let's talk about it here. They played a couple of quarterbacks. Skelton, I just assumed going into the season that Skelton will be the guy, considering what he did at the Bayou Classic, what he did in the SWAC Championship game, but he has struggled at times. Came out of the Texas Southern game because he was ill, but McDaniel has stepped up in their last 3 games. Let's talk about that quarterback position, Skelton and McDaniel. What do you see from them on film?
Well, different types of quarterbacks. You got one in Skelton that's really good with the ball in his hands in terms of running the football. McDaniel comes in, he's a prolific passer. He's going to swing around, so some of the things he don't have to do is running. So we got 2 different kinds of quarterbacks. So we have to prepare for both of them today, trying to get ready to get see what they can get to it.
Then in the backfield, they've got Ben and Washington, 2 very dynamic running backs. Talk about those running styles between the two. We know Devon Ben, we kind of got a handle on him last year, but Jamar Washington is good not only running the football, but catching it out of the backfield.
Yeah, he can run and catch. He has a little more speed than Ben. So Washington's going to be a
Mike Jackson. Southern University won the toss and will receive.
He's going to pound the ball and they decide to hand it off to him with Skelton. So he's a pounder. He's a built back to pound the ball. So we got to be prepared to make tackles. That's the biggest thing we have to show in charge. It's all about tackling those guys and getting those guys to the top.
All right, that's Braves head football coach Fred McNair here on this Saturday afternoon. Charles Edgen, Cedric Tillman on the field, Judge Cedric Bush. A lot of energy and excitement here on this cloudy Saturday afternoon. Glad you can join us for Alcorn Braves football. Big game. The losers this game, not out of it by any means, but they'll have some work to do. The winner of this game controls their division, and it's just a matter of not if they'll win the division, but when they will win the division. And who knows, whoever wins this game, let's hope it's the purple and gold, they can The Braves, if they could win this game and then have Bama State beat A&M, I think Jackson State kept their foot in the door with their win over Prairie the other night in double overtime. But I think for the Braves, a win here today, and they have complete control of the Eastern Division, Cedric Bush.
No doubt about it. And like I said, both teams control their own destiny on today. I mean, the excitement is in here. SU versus Alcorn State University, you can't beat that. I mean, just go back and think back in the days, man, when we had these guys in here with the Jeff Alexander, and Maurice Hurst, and Michael Ball, you know, Patrick. Those guys were something to reckon with, man. Coming here, either going to Baton Rouge. I haven't been back to Baton Rouge to a game since 1989. It's wild over there, and it's wild to come over here, you know, at Alcorn. So it's a great day for football. Sit back, relax, and get ready for a great game today.
The Jaguars will get the football to start this game. And the Braves from left to right, glad you can join us online or on the radio. Braves in the purple, and here's the kick. It's a short kick, going to be returned from the 19-yard line to the 21-yard line. A 6-yard return. That's one of the up men. Washington with the catch, turning it up the field. The Jaguars in the powder blue pants, white helmets, and we'll see. The biggest question mark coming in, who will start this game at quarterback for Southern University? Skelton will get the start with an empty backfield. So out of the back and forth that Dawson Owens talked about all week long, it is Skelton getting the start, empty backfield. Skelton will keep it, turns it upfield, and he's going to be stood up around the 25-yard line, a gain of 4. Skelton, a JUCO title, 2 high school titles playing football. The junior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, getting the start. 645 yards, 5 touchdowns, but 5 interceptions as he gets the start here. 2nd down and 6 for the Jaguars here in this scoreless game. The stretch play high, a one-handed catch, and it's a first down. That's Christian Branch, the 6'2 redshirt junior from Atlanta with the catch. And it's going to be very close to the first down. I think he's got it. Well, Christian Branch, a one-handed catch. The redshirt junior, nice catch by him in this windy Saturday afternoon, and they are going into the wind here, right to left to start. First down, a little lob snap, and they run the football here, and a gain to the 40-yard line, a gain of 8. So the Jaguars coming right at you here with Devon Ben, his 96th carry of the season, an 8-yard pickup to the 40, 2nd down and 2. So Skelton getting the start, Branch with a first down catch, Ben with an 8-yard run. A little hard snap count, they stand, and we've got a flag, and it's going to be false start against the Jaguars. So 2nd down and 7 false coming start up here with 2nd and 2, and with a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
2nd down
Replay.
and 7.
2nd down.
So 2nd and 7 for Southern. So 2nd down and 7 for the Jaguars. Push back to the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 42. 2nd down and 7 in this scoreless game. A minute and a half into this first quarter. Lights are on this cloudy Saturday afternoon here at Spinks. 2nd and 7. Skelton back to pass. Looks, flushed out to the right. Check down. Caught in. Lowers his shoulder and goes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 7 for the Jaguars. And Cedric Tillman, let's check in with you as Cedric Thorne's defense kind of lock in here on 3rd and 7.
Great coverage on that particular play, guys. And let's see if we can put them in passing situations.
All right, Judge Bush, what do you expect here? What's your prognosis on 3rd and 7?
He's going to go pass. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Running back is wide open. You got to be prepared for that.
At the 40-yard line, and that's Devon Ben. Looks like he's got the first down just beyond it here. And it's going to be a first down for the Jaguars. For the check down to Ben, he was wide open on his left side, Cedric Bush.
Yes, sir. And, you have to be, somebody has to be responsible for the running back. They do a lot of stuff like we saw with Prairie View, so better make sure that we have everybody covered. Do your assignment.
The pistol formation, Ben behind Skelton, getting the start here for the Jaguars in this game. And on the read, here's Ben again. Ben, did he get to the 45? Nope, stood up and driven back for a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8. The Braves defensively up front, tied with Southern with 10 interceptions. Jacorian Wren and Chris Hart, the ends, with Daryl Henderson and Chris Monroe, the tackles. Hollis, Muhammad, and Webb, the linebackers. Morrison and Burks, the corners. Cole and Kinsler, the safeties, on 2nd down and 8 for the Jaguars in this scoreless game. Skelton straight back to pass. There's a screen. Hunter Register with the catch to the 50, 45, 43-yard line, and it's a 1st down. And he was tackled by Solomon Muhammad. Hunter Register, a Minnesota transfer, 32nd catch of the year. He had 5 receptions for 93 yards last week in the win over Texas Southern. Jaguars on the march at the Braves' 41-yard line. Well, the Braves have been in Southern's way for the last 10 years. The Braves have won 9 out of 10 in this series. And Skelton out of the gun on 1st down. And now here's a little check down, and this is a short dink and dunk, just playing a little pitch and catch right there. A short gain of about 5. Jeremiah Houston, the tight end, a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 for the Jaguars. So a little check down to Houston. 2nd down and 5, and now we've got movement in a second false start by the Jaguars. 2nd and 10 coming up here. 2 penalties thrown on the play. It's going to be a false start.
Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So all the way out to the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Well, Cedric Tillman, the Jaguars are taking what we're giving them here. Little check downs, nothing deep so far.
Yeah, one thing about Southern, they'll dink and dunk, and they also will go deep. So Braves got to be careful here.
Got to even with the chain. 2nd down and 10. Skelton, they roll him to the right. Here's another square out, and it's incomplete. Incomplete on that far sideline, intended for Hunter Register. All right, Cedric Bush, here we go. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
3rd down and 10. That's big down. 3rd down, big down. We've got to get off the field and let the offense get on the field and do something on the offensive side.
This is where you want the Jaguars. That penalty hurt them. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Jaguars have 2 false start penalties on this drive. Chant of defense from the home crowd here at Spinks. 3rd and 10 from the 41 of Alcorn. Scoreless game. 10:49 left in the first. Empty backfield. 5 receivers for Skelton. He's straight back to pass. Steps up. Looks, throws. Caught. 1st down. Just sat in that seam. The catch by Jamar Washington. We talked about it on the pregame. He's a heck of a runner, but he also is a good receiver, and that's his 4th reception of the year with a touchdown. 1st down, Jaguars at the Braves 26. They stay empty with 5 receivers. No scan to this point. And he claps, and he'll keep it. He's to the 20, to the 15. We'll make it the 16, right at the 1st down marker. Very close to the 1st down. I think he's got it just by the nose of the football, and yes, it will be a 1st down. So the Jaguars in the red zone at the 16-yard line of Alcorn as we approach 10 to play in this first quarter. The Braves defense making substitutions. They make 3 subs on the defensive side, 2 on the defensive line, and the Jaguars on the march at the 16 of Alcorn. Scoreless game. First touch of the game. Jaguars got the football to start. 1st and 10 from the 16 of Alcorn. You got to watch Skelton here. Tight end, Houston in motion. Left to right, stops, points. So does Skelton. He points to the right. They have 2 receivers right. They run the option, and he'll keep it. Skelton gets about a half a yard before he is stood up. Not much there for Skelton on that student body right. Hollis leading the way, blowing it up for no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 16 with 9:20 left in this first quarter. Alcorn nothing, Southern nothing, but the Jaguars are in the red zone. Well, they have been efficient. At times they bogged down, and Skelton getting the start, you've got to account for him as well. Glendon Bubba McDaniel's kind of the pocket passer. Now they shift to the right. 2nd down and 10. And now looks like a throw, and this ball is going to be intercepted in the end zone and return. Cole Well, they have the tight end open, but Cole was right there, poor throw, and Cole picked it off in the end zone. They were looking for Houston. There's a flag down at the 5-yard line, so let's hold up. This might be on the return, so the Braves will keep the football, it appears. It appears for now. That flag was thrown at the 5-yard line, Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, it had to have been after
the interception. Block in the back. Number 61, Alcorn. Till be enforced.
There's a block in the back on the return. Braves will get the football. The 11th interception of the season. This was kind of like preview, Cedric Bush. Panthers moved the ball on the first drive, and Morton throws a pick in the end zone. They tried a little trickeration as Ben was trying to hit his tight end Houston in the end zone. A poor throw, and Cole picked it off. The 11th pick of the year for the Braves.
As I always say, tricks are for kids. You got to make sure, continue to do what you're doing. I mean, Southern was driving the ball with the nickel and diming and giving it to the run, but now, you come back with a trick play, and it worked against him. So now we get a chance to put Felix Harper on the field, and let's roll Alcorn Braves.
Felix Harper, 1,279 yards, 18 touchdowns, just 2 picks. And they run the football here. Waller right at the half-yard line. He lost a couple.
Wow.
They mark him at the 1. His progress stopped at the 1, so a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. So Deshaun Waller, his 76th carry of the season, a couple of touchdowns, a loss of 2 on the Braves' first offensive play. That 5-yard, that holding penalty on the return hurt. That's why we're back this deep. 2nd down and 12 from the 1-yard line. Be careful here. Harper, and here's Waller, gets out, and no gain. Well, maybe a half a yard loss. So 3rd down and a long 12, Cedric Tillman. We checked in with you. The Braves are behind the chains, deep in their territory. 3rd down and 13 from their 1-yard line.
Yeah, put him in a bad position. I wish that when he caught that interception, he should have stayed in the end zone.
Yeah.
We at least had the ball at maybe the 10-yard line. So let's see what the Braves do here.
On 3rd down and long, Harper 7 yards deep, play action. Harper looks, throws it long, and there's a flag down. It's caught by Blair to the 50, to the 40, stays on his feet, goes down at the 30, but let's check the marker back at the 15-yard line. A nicely thrown ball to Blair, but Southern pointing at this marker way back at the 16-yard line. Will this stand or will this come back?
Yes, sir.
And it's against the Jaguars. Well, Felix Harper, Cedric Tillman on 3rd and 13 continues to do his magic. A nicely thrown ball to Chris Blair, his 19th reception of the year.
Yeah, the penalty was on the safety. They grabbed Anderson in the slot, but Blair was wide open down the field.
All right, so the Braves had it 3rd and 13 from their 1-yard line. They started at their 3-yard line, at their 4. So now Alcorn has it at the 30-yard line of Southern University. Now Trey Turner in the game. Shifts to the right. Play action for Harper. Steps up, throws, and it's batted in the air twice and incomplete. Intended for Pringle. Tried to squeeze it in. And for the Jaguars, Chase Foster knocked it away. 2nd down and 10. So the Jaguars march right down the field, turn it over in the end zone. The Braves were backed up 3rd down and 13 from their 1. Big play to Chris Blair. And now the Braves have it 2nd and 10 here at the Jaguars 30 with 7:23 left in the first quarter. And now here's Harper rolling down the line, a little quick hitter. And this is caught Juan Anthony inside the 20, inside the 15 to the 13, and it's a 1st down for the Braves. So 1st down from the 13-yard line. Boy, Felix Harper looking sharp here, hitting his reads. That ball batted in the air a couple of plays ago. Could have been picked. Wasn't, thankfully. And the Braves are on the march here at the 13 in this scoreless game. The 13 of Southern, and here is Trey Turner flattened at the 11-yard line. A 2-yard pickup for Trey Turner. So for Trey Turner, that's his 35th carry of the season. He's got a couple of touchdowns. 2nd down and 8. The Braves have it at the 11-yard line. They need to get to the 4, so a 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7 for the Braves. So we saw Waller early in this drive. Now we're seeing Trey Turner. 2nd down. The Braves go with a single back set and Trey Turner. They have a receiver right, 2 receivers left. Chris Blair wide right, Pringle slot right. 2nd down and 7 for the Braves. We have movement and flags as Anderson was in motion. It looks like this is going to be against the Braves on a false start.
5-yard penalty.
So now the Braves are behind the chain, second down and 12. 6:18 left in this first quarter here from Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium. Alcorn nothing, Southern nothing. The Jaguars marched right down the field, turned it over on a halfback pass. And now the Braves are behind the chain, second down and 12. Well, Cedric Bush, be careful here. You got max protection, backs to the left and right of Felix Harper. Two receivers right, Blair to the left on second down and 12. Play action for Harper, a little check down. Here's Trey Turner. Can he make a man miss? Nope, drag down at the 14-yard line. And the tackle was made there by the safety, Papillon. So it'll bring up third down and 12 coming up for the Braves. No gain on that play. So third and long from here with 5.5 left in this first quarter, scoreless. Third down and long. The Braves good in these situations. They have 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Turner in the backfield on third down and 12. Harper back to pass, looks left, throws, and his ball is incomplete. And another flag. They held Blair again. And he was held by the corner, O.J. Tucker. Just held him up just
Passing
enough.
Defense, number 26. Penalty being forced at the spot of the foul. Automatic.
So 2 big penalties. There was a hold upfield on a deep ball to Blair, and Cedric Tillman. Tucker held Blair right there.
Yeah, he did. He had him on the stop and go, and he definitely turned him. But Blair would have caught that. That would have been a touchdown.
An easy touchdown at that. All right, so the Braves first down and goal from the 3-yard line. Deshaun Waller in the lineup to the left of Felix Harper. The Braves spread it. Student body left. 3 receivers left. Here is Waller. Plows his way, and he gets it. Oh, no. The line judge on the far side was about to signal touchdown. The line judge on this near side said, not so fast, my friend. He's at the goal line, second and goal.
I think his knee hit first.
Well, second down and goal. The Braves bring in Everett as a tight end. A little beef for blocking here on second down and goal from the half-yard line. And now the officials will talk it over. I wonder, well, if we think they would look at it maybe. I mean, he was close. There's a discussion.
I think Coach McNair is asking, hey, listen, let's look at it. Too close to call.
Nope, looks like they're not. Second down and goal. The Braves ought to be able to punch this thing in.
Yeah, I think, you got to go back and give it to the big guy again.
Nigel Wood, a tight end off to the right side. Waller to the left of Harper. Second and goal from the 1. Scoreless to the moment with 5 to play in the first quarter. Harper, low snap. Here is Waller plowing ahead, and he didn't get there. Stopped short again. No gain. Third down and goal, Cedric Tillman. A couple of cracks at it and haven't cracked the end zone.
Yeah, I thought Harper was going to pull that out, but he gave it to Waller, and they definitely Southern was getting some penetration there.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that defense, Jag defense. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it.
Love it, but you hate it.
It's so dry. And now Harper trying to sneak it in. Does he get in? The ball comes loose.
Oh, wow.
Southern says they have it. Is it a touchdown first, or is it a turnover first?
Oh, wow. He's calling turnover.
They got to look at it. That's got to be looked at. Harper looked like he crossed the plane. The official didn't stop it. Ball came loose. Braves say touchdown, and the official says it's a turnover. When are they going to look at this, Cedric Tillman? It was very close.
No replay? Nah, he's agreeing with the other officials. They're not going to look at it.
Wow. Did he cross the plane? And Fred McNair saying, we got to look at that.
Yeah, at least look at it.
I'm reading his lips and said, we got to look at that.
Well, they should have looked at the other one.
Yeah.
And Fred McNair calmly saying, you got to look at that at least. The officials are not going to stop play, so we play on. So 2 turnovers, both in the end zone. Southern gets it at the 20-yard line. It was a turnover in the end zone. So both teams turn it over in the end zone. Well, actually, it was an interception by Cole in the end zone. He returned it, but Harper turned it over in the end zone. The Jaguars get it at the 20. On first down, here's a pass low, incomplete. So you talk about this quick hook. There's that pass intended for Ben coming out of the backfield. He was open. You have Ben, you have Nelson, Christopher Chaney out for this game. He had a big punt return, a kickoff return against Prairie View to start the game, and Jamar Washington in the backfield. That's Southern's running game. The Jaguars had 194 yards rushing against Texas Southern. I think this team has morphed into a run team first, where if you look back throughout history, you look at the Randalls and the Howards of the world, they've been pass happy. I think they're running it more now. On second down, Howard back to pass, a little screen, and this is incomplete. Oh, they tried to set up that screen, and it'll bring up third down and long. They tried the screen to Jared Sims, the running back. So third down coming up. Well, both teams with opportunities, and the Jaguars squandered one, the Braves squandered one, and the Jaguars, if they don't pick up a first down, they would have squandered another opportunity here off the turnover. Third down and 10 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, scoreless. Empty backfield for Skelton with 5 receivers. He bobbles it, stays with it, flushed out to his right, throws a bullet, incomplete. And it'll bring up fourth down. And that was intended for Hunter Register, so the Jaguars don't register a thing after the turnover. So it'll bring up fourth down and a punting situation for Cesar Barajas, averaging 42.9 per punt, second best in the conference. The Braves will have good field position here. And he's kicking into the wind. Barajas standing at his 6-yard line. High snap, brings it down, rugby style kick, low kick, and Anthony gets away from it, takes a forward roll sideways out of bounds around the 37. So we'll take a break with 3:50 left in the first quarter. Braves with their second touch, scoreless. Back in a minute here on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
University. Again, 2-8 from the Division A inauguration, Friday, April 3rd, 2020. Keep it going.
All right, during the break, Waller, a 2-yard pickup, Cedric Bush, and the Braves need to cash in on this opportunity. The defense did their part, and let's see if the offense can get it going. A 2-yard pickup by Waller moments ago. Second down and 8 with 3:20 left in this first quarter. Scoreless. The Braves are going against the wind here on this 56-degree Saturday afternoon. On second down, play action for Harper. Looking left all the way. Pass is caught. Tim McNair Jr. to the 50-yard line. A gain of 14 and a first down. So Tim McNair Jr., kind of a special day for him as is with the late Steve Air McNair jersey being retired. His 8th reception of the year, Tim McNair Jr. First down for the Braves at their 49 in this scoreless game. On the read, Harper looks, throws, and this ball through the hands of McNair. Happy feet there, and Harper tried to drill that one in to Tim McNair Jr. Went through his hands. Second down and 10. 2:45 left in this first quarter. Big day here in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Couple of games that could swing the division. Alabama State and A&M in the Magic City, and Grambling and UAPB from Pine Bluff. I'm sure Grambling fans checking out this game with some anticipation. Like a Jaguar jump, but got back onside. Play clock at 10. Second down and 10 from midfield with 2:45 left in the first quarter. Scoreless. We're showing pressure. Harper, they blow it dead, and this could be a false start, and it is against the Braves.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
The Braves are averaging 9 penalties a game. And that's the second one on the Braves. A hold on the interception by Cole. And this penalty right here. Second down and 15. The Braves are behind the chains. This Jaguar defense is stingy. They had a couple of pass interference calls that kind of set up the Braves' first drive. Second and 15 here. Waller to the left of Harper. Second and 15, 3-man front. They're showing pressure. Harper back to pass. Pass out and complete. A square out intended for Rodarius Anderson. And it'll bring up third down and long here. Cedric Tillman, we're behind the chains with 2:39 left in the first quarter. Third down and 15.
Yeah, let's see what they do here. One thing I noticed on the last series that I think Southern is trying to double on Pringle. I noticed that the last time, and I don't think they're trying to take away that middle route. Let's see what they do here.
Well, if you double somebody, somebody's open. Cedric Bush on third down.
No doubt about it. Just got to find an open man.
Braves don't scan. Low snap. Harper back to pass, being chased as he just throws it away.
Yeah.
It was a low snap, a sloppy snap, and Calvin Lunkins, the linebacker, came in on the full blitz, and Harper had to unload and throw it out of bounds. So not much there on that drive. And now we have a flag on the back end here.
Number 7, 10-yard penalty, automatic.
Wow.
First down.
That's bonehead.
A penalty against the Jaguars.
Wow.
On the back end, Cedric Tillman. I didn't see that unsportsmanlike or a hold.
It was a hold. The ball wasn't catchable, but he tried to prevent Anthony going towards the football, towards the sideline.
Well, that ball, Harper was just trying to throw it away. And a hold on the Jaguars keeps the drive alive. The Braves have it at the 47. Got to cash in here. Here's Waller on the jet sweep. And Waller's a flag down. It's going to be a hold here. And this is probably coming back. Yep, it is a hold against Alcorn.
Holding. Offense. Number 72. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Oh, a hold on the Braves. 2 penalties on this drive. And Will Reddy, the sophomore lineman, called for the hold. And it'll push the Braves back inside the 45 to the 44. First down and 19 for the Braves. Well, the Braves again behind the chains against a stingy Jaguar defense. And this is the best defense Felix Harper has seen all year. Just can't stay behind the chains. Play action for Harper. Looks, throws it over the top. 1-on-1. And Blair dropped it in another hold. They just cannot cover. Chris Blair, another hold. O.J. Tucker again called for the hold.
They have no answer.
And I saw that one from up here.
Yeah, they have no answer for him. Yeah, they have to hold, do something, because 1-on-1 you can't do anything with him.
10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Well, Cedric Tillman, the Braves are finding the weakness. Tucker's second call in the secondary.
Well, they always say once you find that weak man, you go towards him. So, hey, the Braves found one, so let's see if they can continue that unless they replace him.
Well, they're talking it over, Cedric Bush. What do you think right here with this discussion?
I'm trying to find out what the discussion about, because it was a clear hold. You had this whole jersey, and it was pulling it to him. So I'm just trying to see what the officials are talking about.
Correction. Since the ball was in the air, it becomes pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference.
Yeah.
15 yards, automatic, first down.
Yeah, I was trying to see what the discussion was going about, Cedric, because that was a clear hold.
They can't do anything with Chris Blair. The Braves trying to stretch the field. And a couple of penalties, O.J. Tucker, and now we've got a flag in the middle of the line. Another false start by the Braves, and all kinds of confusion up front here, Cedric Bush, and what do you attribute that to?
Just get settled in. I don't know. He's taking the lineman out. He's had 3 penalties against him on this particular drive. So get to the side and sell him down, I guess. First
down and 15. Milburn comes in. as the left guard. Play action for Harper. Steps up. Harper can take off. Harper is dragged down from behind at the 38-yard line. So got the negative yards back and a couple of more. So it will bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Braves with 1:47 left in this first quarter. The Braves and Southern University scoreless. It's been a game of turnovers. 2nd down and 7 for the Braves at the 37-yard line of Southern University. And here's Waller straight up the middle, and it's a first down for the Braves, a gain of 8. Waller, a gain of 8 with 1:24 left here in this first quarter. So first down for the Braves. Braves got it at the 37. They're on 37-yard line on the march again at the 31 of Southern. Here is Waller. Waller plowing ahead, and Waller dragged down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4, 2nd and 6 with 1 minute left in this first quarter. So Cedric Bush has been back and forth. It's been a game of turnovers and opportunities, and so far neither team's been able to cash in.
Yeah, we got to get down here and score. You're on the half-yard line. You got to score. You got to punch it in some way, somehow. If not, you got to at least get a field goal out of it. You can't get a turnover on the half-yard line.
Well, with 35 seconds left, the Braves will be kicking into the win in the second quarter. We have 30 seconds left here in the first. On 2nd down, play action for Harper, the pump. And here is Blair, and this ball is incomplete. There's another flag.
You got to throw the flag. He can't keep up with him. You got to throw the flag.
Unbelievable. That's 4 pass interference penalties, Cedric Tillman, against the Jaguars.
Yeah, well, I didn't really see that one. They were kind of pushing, both of them were pushing each other on that one. So.
First down.
Oh, okay.
So the Jaguars defense backed up. I mean, they're targeting Blair, and the last 4
no doubt about
attempts to him have been flags.
You would think that it would change this guy out because, I as the offensive coach, I would continue to go at him.
All right, so with that penalty, the Braves have the football at the 13 of Southern with 24 seconds left. Final play of the first quarter in this scoreless game. Waller to the left of Harper. Harper check down Waller. Nice spin move to the 10 and drop at the 6-yard line. They mark him at the 7, a gain of 7, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter, or it should. 2nd down. Well, now they stop the clock for a moment. The clock will count down, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. The Braves will not run another play. So that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. The Braves will have it 2nd down and 3 from the Jaguars 7 when we come back. Scoreless after 1. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Braves football. All right, welcome back to Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium here on this cloudy afternoon. Glad you can join us here on this Saturday as they're going to retire Steve Air to McNair's number at halftime. We're going to hear from Braves head coach Fred McNair, get his thoughts on what these last 48 hours have meant. Of course, they had the big gala in Vicksburg at the BB Club. It was sold out.
I heard it.
And it was a great time had by all. And we'll get Fred's thoughts on the whole, this whole Jay, of course, he was in Nashville when they retired Steve's number in Nashville.
I mean, you can only imagine, what it does for him to have coached one of the greatest quarterbacks probably ever to play the game as an older brother, setting the tone, and see it come to fruition the way it did with that.
Well, the Braves have it at the 6. They need to get to the 3. So 2nd and 3 from the 6. First play of the second quarter coming up. Scoreless game. 2nd down and 3. Harper bobbles it. Flush to his left, and he takes a sack. He's got to get rid of that football.
Get rid of the ball, no doubt.
All the way back to the 21-yard line. And Pat White was telling Cedric Tillman, he was telling Felix Harper on a play like that in practice, you can't eat that. You got to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think he just didn't have enough time, Charles. When he rolled around, the defender was right there in his face, so he couldn't get it out of there.
And you're kicking into the wind here if you don't pick up another yard, a 37-yard field goal. If you don't get anything else here, just underway in the second quarter, a negative play, and the Braves are faced with a 3rd and long at the 20. They need to get to the 3, so 3rd and 17 for Alcorn. Just underway in the second quarter. Harper looks, throws, and this ball is going to be incomplete, intended for Rodarius Anderson, and no flag there. That the referee says
was
uncatchable.
Yeah.
That probably would have been a flag if it was catchable. Mm-hmm. All right, so now you got a 37-yard field goal attempt for McCullough coming up here. He's 4 of 8 coming in. His long is 44. This will be a 37-yard attempt coming up here. Into the wind. In between hash marks in the middle of the field. Can McCullough drill it and give the Braves the lead? Snapback ball down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. McCullough from 37. Well, the Braves have outgained Southern 128-74 and have a 3-0 lead early in the second quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break here from Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium. Glad you can join us, whether you're watching or listening. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this here on the Braves Sports Network. All right, Braves with a 3-0 lead, and here is the kick. It's going to be returned at the goal line from the 5 to the 10, 15, 16-yard line. So a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars will have it first down and 10. Well, Cedric Bush, your thoughts so far here, early second quarter? Braves with a 3-0 lead. Both teams with opportunities. Both teams turned it over deep in their territory.
But you got to get a chance to get points on the board. I think the offensive pickup, being off a week, it's good for you to get your body healed, but a lot of times it gets you behind a little bit on offense. But I think they're picking it up now. We'll be good.
All right, first down from the 15-yard line. It looks like McDaniel in for the Jaguars. McDaniel, the pocket passer. They go back to the run here, and a 2-yard pickup on first down. It'll bring up second down and 8 for the Jaguars. Looks like Sims, the ball carrier. Second down and 8 for the Jaguars. So change at quarterback for Southern University. Glendon Bubba McDaniel, the sophomore from Dothan, Alabama.
They're wasting no time.
Second down and 8. Houston, the tight end, in motion. They roll McDaniel out to the right, and there's a score out, and this is a catch. Looks like Register at the 25-yard line. So Hunter Register's been active. We kind of talked about him. Short of the first down, third down and a yard here, Cedric Bush, early in the second quarter. We played a minute 40. Third down and a yard for the Jaguars at the 25.
That'd be interesting that they changed the quarterback. The quarterback, I thought, was doing a great job. They had in earlier.
On third down, Sims in the backfield, and here is Sims plowing ahead. He's got the first down. Sims needed 1, and he got 3. First down for the Jaguars with 12:50 left here in this first half. So first down at the 28-yard line. 3-0, the Braves with the lead. A low-scoring game. The last time these two teams met in the SWAC championship game, it was a high-scoring slugfest. This could be a slog. This could be a low-scoring game. Two pretty good defenses going at it as well. First down for the Jaguars at the 28-yard line from your left to right here in the second quarter. 3-0 Alcorn. McDaniel in for Skelton. And now here's an option pitch. And the 30-yard line as Sims on the option. It was rustled down by Cole. There's a marker. They let the play continue. So it could be an offsides on the defense here. Let's check this marker.
Yeah.
Offside. Defense, number 42. 5-yard penalty. Still remains first down.
Looks Braves call for offsides, and looks like Wilson, the DB, offsides.
They jumped a little early on that.
All right, so first down and 5 for the Jaguars. So McDaniel in for Skelton. Now, Southern won the game despite 3 turnovers last week. They led 21-7. Wound up winning 28-21. First down and 5. McDaniel, play action. Flushed out. He is sacked. And that's the danger when you have a pocket passer, and he is truly a pocket passer. And he was sacked that time by Malik Holbert, the linebacker. So a loss of 4. Second down and 9, Cedric Tillman. And that's the danger when you have a pocket passer. Skelton would have probably tried to keep that play alive, but McDaniel, that's not what he does.
Well, you know, that's one of my factors coming in this game. I want to see the defensive line be active today, and they came up big that time, Charles.
So second down and 9. Over with the sack. McDaniel, empty backfield, back to pass. Good protection here. Being chased. There's a flag down. This is coming back, and this is incomplete. It's going to be a hold on the Jaguars, and the referee threw the flag that time. So the Braves defensive line, Cedric Bush making their presence felt. A sack and now a hold on the Jaguars offensive line.
Oh, yeah, they're moving pretty good. And that's what you want to see, the defensive line without having to blitz. If you can do this without the blitz, that means that the front four is controlling the game.
Jodeci Harris call for the hold. Now that'll push the Jaguars inside their 20 to the 19, and they need to get to the 38. So second down and 19 for the Jaguars, where the Braves can really come after this quarterback who is not proficient running the football, but you give him time, he can pick you apart. They have an empty backfield again, 5 wide receivers on second down and 19 from their own 19. 3-0 Alcorn on second down. Daniel steps up. McDaniel's going to take off 20, sheds a tackler, trying to turn upfield, and is tripped up at the 26-yard line by Morrison. So it'll bring up third down. Kinsler with the tackle. They mark him at the 26-yard line. So third down and 12 for the Jaguars with 10:50 left here in this second quarter. Kinsler with the tackle on Glendon Bubba McDaniel. 17 of 26, 252 yards and 3 touchdowns in last week's game as the Jaguars beat TSU. All right, third down and 12 with 10.5 left in the first half. 3-0, the Braves with the lead. McDaniel points to the left. Play clock at 4, 3, 2, 1, and they get a timeout, or is it a delay of game? Let's see, is it the timeout or is it the penalty?
I think the referee's come across, got a timeout.
Oh, and Southern just got the timeout with 10:19 left here in this first half. Don't forget the Fred McNair radio show on Monday night at 6 o'clock. We'll talk about this game in the second bye week. Kind of a unique situation for the Braves. They had a bye week, big rival game, another bye week, and who knows what's going to happen over there in Birmingham. We'll try to get a report from the Magic City Classic. Jay Walker, ESPN's Jay Walker said that he told me that of all the classics, he said the Magic City Classic is number one by far. He said it's not even close when you talk about classics.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about the tailgating, and I think they were doing a lot to try to get the people into the stands of the stadium. But everybody comes from all over the country to go do the biggest and the largest tailgate in the country, and that says a lot.
In that game, if you're a Braves fan, of course, if the Braves handle their business, it doesn't matter. But if you're just trying to see what team could possibly push the Braves, it would be Alabama A&M. So pull for Bama State today. Some people think, a lot of people think Bama State's going to win that game with their third-string quarterback. I'm not so sure. I think A&M, Akil Glass.
Delayed game. Southern University called timeout. That's their first charge timeout.
Also, the referee confirming the fact that Jaguars got the timeout before the delayed game. I think Glass is a quarterback that's being overlooked at A&M. We'll see him in a few weeks coming here.
Right.
3rd down and 12. They angle back to pass, steps up, throws over the middle, caught! And it's a first down over the middle, took the big hit, and a first down for the Jaguars. Brandon Hinton with the catch over the middle. Took the pop, but got the first down over the middle. Well, that time McDaniel stepped up, and that's what he does.
He looked
Stayed
good
in the pocket.
He looked good on that delivery.
So first down for the Jaguars at the 40-yard line of Alcorn. 3-0, the Braves with the lead with 10 to play. And here's a check down. Hunter Register. His knee went down at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 5. So 2nd down and 5, a little timing play. Hunter Register's been very active in this game so far for the Jaguars. 3rd reception of the game. 2nd down and 5 from the 45. They need to get to midfield. They scan. When we say scan, meaning they look over at the sideline to see if there's a change in the play. Ben in the backfield. He points, looking at the pressure on 2nd down. McDaniel back to pass, steps up, check down, and it is, it's going to be out of bounds. Hunter Register says incomplete, caught it out of bounds, and Register not happy with that call. We have not had replay of a play as of yet, so 3rd down and 5 coming up, Cedric Bush. What do you expect here? 3rd and 5 from your own 45.
You brought the passer in, so I expect anything any different than play action pass or something short route to get the first down.
3rd and 5, 9:18 left till halftime. We're going to carry some of the McNair halftime retirement ceremony, and we have an official's timeout. They're going to look at this. They're going to look at this to see if it's a catch. So our first replay here, Cedric Tillman, on 3rd down and 5. And Register claims he had a puppy in bounds. I'd like to take a look at it here to see if, in fact, that's the case.
Well, I mean, it goes back to you don't look at a possible touchdown, but you look at this. But it was close, but it looked like he landed out of bounds, so I'm not sure if he had feet in bounds or what. I really wonder if they can even tell. They have the coverage.
All right, well, a quick scan, and I think they're going to keep it as is.
The ruling on the field stands. We have an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Again, if there's not enough evidence to overturn it, the call originally ruled stands. 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 5, so the ruling complete. So 3rd and 5 from the 45. With 9:18 left, well, Cedric Tillman had a good point. They didn't look at the turnover by the Braves, but they looked at this on that little check down. On 3rd down and 5, registered motion to the left. McDaniel back to pass, looks, throws, and this is caught. Just a little rub route underneath. Hunter Register, well, he's registering first downs right now for the Jaguars. Cedric Bush, chains move for the Jags.
That's what he's a smart quarterback. He's in there checking everything out. You got the receiver dragging across to get the first down.
Well, McDaniel moving the team. That's what he does. And here is Daniel keeping it, surprisingly. Kept it and is dragged down after a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8. Tackled by Nyland Taylor, the safety. Second down and 8 for the Braves. With 8.5 left in this first half. 3-0 Alcorn. Braves will get the ball to begin the second half. Second down and 8. Here's the pass high. Caught again, Register. Hunter Register has been the man. Short of the first down by a yard. Well, right at the marker now. Official took a step up. It's going to be a first down. So it's been all Hunter Register on this drive. Tackled by Taylor and Cedric Tillman. We got to figure out a way to deal with Register here.
Well, one thing I noticed is he has a long windup. You know, I think he's going to give defensive back time enough to get there.
A long wind up to home plate. They go out of the pistol formation here. First down and 10. More McDaniel on the read. And now here's Ben. Ben dragged down at the 31-yard line. A pickup of 8. So Ben tackled by the Braves Cole. So second down and 8. So Southern's been able to move the football here, Cedric Bush. It's just the turnover in the end zone on the little trick play. They're moving it here. Second down and a couple here. Just outside of their 30-yard line on second down. They run it here. Ben again. First down at the 24. So dive straight up the middle. So a first down for the Jaguars. Here comes Southern.
This is scary. That's the part. You got a quarterback who can throw it, and a running back that's running.
Braves cheat up here defensively. Here's McDaniel. He just stared down the receiver. That pass was incomplete. He stared right at Register, who had his back to him, and threw it to him anyway. Yeah. I mean, that could have been a dangerous pick right there by Morrison. I mean, Register's back was to the quarterback. McDaniel looked right at Register. Register was trying to get separation, and he threw it right to his backside.
Yeah, that was because he was looking at the block. I don't know what that was about.
That was strange.
Very.
7:06 left. Could have worked in the Braves' favor. Ben to the right of McDaniel. Tight end Hinton comes in motion right to left. McDaniel steps to his center now, steps back into the shotgun. A little option pitch, and here's Ben trying to get a block. Didn't get it. No gain. And Morrison with the tackle. So 3rd and 10, Cedric Tillman. What you got here on 3rd down and 10 coming up?
Well, let's see what offense they come out with. The Braves are substituting. Definitely a passing down. Let's see if the Braves can get pressure on them.
All right, Cedric Bush, 3rd down. Will Cedric Thornton dial up pressure, you think?
He needs to send pressure. He can't let the guys sit there and pick him apart all night like that.
Maybe 4-down territory against the wind, and I think we have a timeout or a flag.
Flags. Got flags, or you got timeout.
Oh, the Braves got a timeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 11 men. 12. They had too many men on the field, and they call a timeout.
Smart timeout.
6:28 left till halftime. Well, of course, the Steve McNair ceremony coming up. They'll retire the number 9. What's your memory, Cedric Bush, of the late Steve Heir 2 McNair?
Oh, man. You go back from, he became Heir 2 after Heir 1, but Heir 2 brought something to the game that, when you go back and look at the highlights, man, and what he's done for this university, what he's done for college football altogether, it's unbelievable, man. Because you go back and say, man, can we duplicate that anyway, anyhow? And it still remains to be seen because
hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened yet. That's what I'm saying. That's how memorable that is when you look at what he's done in the past. And you fast forward to 20-some years later, and you still haven't seen it. So that says a lot. It says a lot.
I remember in '93 we played the Jaguars at Mumford Stadium. Yeah. A packed Mumford Stadium with Charlie Ward in the house.
Everybody was in the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yep.
And he said the only reason why he didn't win the trophy was because he was at Alcorn State University. And that's Charlie Ward.
3rd down and 10 coming out of the timeout. McDaniel back to pass. Braves bringing pressure. McDaniel to take off. McDaniel to the 20, to the 15, slides down at the 11-yard line. It's a first down. Well, they mark him actually at the 13. Still good enough for the first down. Well, that time everyone came to the quarterback, Cedric Tillman, and McDaniel saw an opening right up the middle.
Yeah, we got some pressure on him. We just couldn't get to him, and then the middle was wide open. So the linebacker must have vacated the middle of the field, and he picked up the first down, Charles.
You got a pocket passer. He's like a sitting duck back there at times, and we saw that early on in this drive. You got to get home. Braves didn't that time, and McDaniel got to the first down mark. First down at the 14 of Alcorn with 5:50 left in the first half. 3-0 Alcorn, and here's Ben. Southern just trying to run the football, and again, this is the new look Jaguars. You know, you look in the past, you go back through Southern history, the Eric Randalls and the Austin Howards of the world, slinging it all over the place to Willie Quinn and others. But now this team's got to be a run-first team, I think, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think most teams are doing that now anyway.
Yeah, they're going back to the, you know, if you go a little further with the NFL, San Francisco 49ers, they're going back to the old school of running the ball first and then pass. So it makes sense.
All right, second down and 10, no gain. Play action for McDaniel. Steps up. McDaniel bounces it to the outside. McDaniel can run.
Wow.
Check down, caught to the 5-yard line, to the 3. It's going to be a first and goal at the 2.
He's dangerous, man.
Well, McDaniel making it happen, and that time the Jaguars, nice play there. It's like the end coming across, and it's first and goal. So here come the Jaguars with McDaniel running the show. Ben in the backfield. Here's Ben plowing ahead. Ben just falling forward and didn't get anywhere. No gain. Second down and 10 straight up the middle with 4.5 left here in this first half. Jaguars definitely in field goal range for Barajas, who is 5 of 9 in that field goal department. But the Jaguars know field goals aren't going to win this game.
No doubt about it.
Second and goal from the 2 is where they mark them. 3-0 Alcorn for the moment with 4:10 left in the first half. McDaniel stomps his feet. And here's McDaniel plowing ahead. McDaniel gets in, touchdown. Like the Braves might have jumped. And there is a flag in the end zone. Let's see if the Braves are offsides, then it will be declined. But let's see. You never know. The play continued. I think the Braves might have been offside. And yes, that is the case. Penalty, decline, touchdown. So Cedric Tillman, all the talk of Skelton, McDaniel, McDaniel, Skelton, Skelton, McDaniel, and McDaniel leads his team for a touchdown and the lead.
Well, now I see why they bring the kid in.
Yeah.
He's doing something special for Southern, Charles.
6-3, the Jaguars. Barajas on, the junior from Arcadia, Louisiana. High snap, ball down, and we have a busted play, and it's blown up.
Oh, wow.
So it was a high snap, and the PAT was not even an attempt. So 6-3, the Jaguars with the lead with 4:03 left in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come on back, folks. This is Braves football. All right, back here at Jack Springs Marino Castle Stadium where the Jaguars are up 6-3. And here is the kick, and it's caught on a hop at the 5-yard line to the 10 and brought out to the 18-yard line. And that's Juan Anthony. Nice one-handed catch in this win. We talk about special teams. The Braves are averaging 15.3 yards per kickoff return. That's 9th in the league in that category. All right, the Braves got to get to work here, Cedric Tillman, down 6-3 with 3:57 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, we definitely been moving the football. We just got to cash it in when we get in the red zone, guys.
Of course, we had a turnover in the end zone. All right, Felix Harper. First down and 10 for the Braves at their 20-yard line. Harper on the reel, the jet sweep, and the Jaguars stop at Pringle on the end around and progress inside the 15 to the 13. A loss of 7 on the end around here, Cedric Bush.
No doubt about it. The defense is picked up. When you see points on the board, the defensive unit has something to play for. Those guys, they turn it up a notch.
Second down and 17. This is huge right here because the Jaguars have 2 timeouts. Braves need to pick up a first down, at least give their defense a blow. Second down and 17 for the Braves, down 6-3. And they blow this play dead, and we could have a timeout taken by the Jags defense, and they get it.
Yeah.
So the Jaguars down to 1 timeout. Is Dawson Odoms, I remember Dawson Odoms, even though they have a defensive coordinator, Dawson Odoms in the past had been calling the plays on defense. Is he still doing that? I've been told he is involved.
Yeah, but I think when you release those duties like that, it gives you an opportunity to see what's really going on with the team and how, you come in and give advice and you keep moving. But when you're involved, it's hard to make those decisions. Just like with Coach McNair, if you see Coach McNair, he's allowing his offensive coach, defensive coach. Now, he's hearing everything that goes on, but he's not making the decision, as such. So, you see Coach Thornton, he's got the defensive group up trying to figure out what went on that play, because we can't afford to have that happen again. Skelton, he did his job, but McDaniels has come in. He's moved his team to score. So all the questions have been answered about, McDaniels.
Second down and 17 coming out of the timeout. Braves are down 6-3 with 3:13 left in the first half. Waller shifts to the right of Harper. Here's Waller. Waller with the spin. Waller to the 25-yard line. We want to bring up third down. Third down and 5. 3rd and 5 for the Braves. With 3 minutes left in the first half, 3rd down and 5 from the 25. Big third down attempt here with 2:57 left. The Braves have 2 timeouts. The Braves scan, play clock at 20. This is that 3-minute offense that they practice right at the end of practice. They put the ball in certain spots. You got 2 timeouts, 2:45 left, and that's what we've got. Oh, and I think the center moved the football. The center moved the football, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Mustafa Ibrahim was our starting center, but he's been banged up. Joseph Milburn has taken over in that position. So 3rd down and a long 9 here, Cedric Tillman, again dealing with the chains.
Yeah, we definitely didn't need that because Southern is basically playing previous defense now. They have 3 down linemen, and so the Braves definitely can rush the football here, but it's 3rd down now.
Well, our buddy Cedric, Carlos Brown talks about rushing 3. Let's see, they've got, they're stacking it here. Here comes pressure. Harper throws, and this is caught Juan Anthony, and he's tripped up short of the first down. So Juan Anthony, 4th down and a yard here from your 29-yard line. Oh, interesting call here for Fred McNair. Do you play football and punt it? Or do you go for it and give the Jaguars a short field? And Fred McNair might take some time to think about it here. Fred McNair is going to let the clock wind down here and then take a timeout. You would think they wouldn't go for it on 4th down and 1 from your 29 and give the Jaguars a short field. Play clock at 14. Maybe a hard snap count to try to draw Southern off sides and then call the timeout. Play clock at 6. Nope, they're not going to snap it. And Fred McNair says, let's get it.
Yeah.
A timeout, that is.
Yeah. Either those two, get a timeout or do a pooch kick. That's but you don't want to risk it at this time.
1:27 left here in this first half. Now you got to be careful here on the defensive side, Cedric Tillman, because now the Jaguars appear that they'll get the football. with one timeout left and about 1:15 left in the first half.
Well, you can't go for it here. If you don't get it, it's 1:27 seconds left. You're giving them great field position. If you kick the ball, play defense, Charles. Hopefully we can get a good punt.
And McCullough kicking into the wind, so that could help. But be careful on special teams. We talked about it every time when the Braves and Southern get together. Special teams plays a factor in the game, and the Braves have to be alert on this punt coverage right here. The Jaguars are without Cheney, who's been their big guy on punt and kickoff. Brandon Hinton back. The kick by McCullough, low kick, fair catch called for and made at the 30. So with 1:20 left and one timeout, a line drive kick to Hinton. Didn't have to move hardly on that one. Well, if you're the Braves defense, what you have to pay attention to, and I guess the question is, what will Dawson Odoms do? With 1:20 left, you have it at your 30-yard line. You've got the ball and the momentum. We've seen this before. Prairie View Valley, in which the opposition had the momentum late first half, and it was a turnover on special teams, a fumble by Valley that gave the Braves the football. So let's see how the Jaguars play this here late first half. A timeout at their 30-yard line, 1:20 left in the first half, 6-3 Jaguars. McDaniel moved the team in the last possession. Slightly high snap, and they run the football here. Ben with the carry, Ben a gain of 5. 1:14 left, clock running. Will the Jaguars just take it into the locker room, or will they try to make something happen here? Second down and a long 5 with 1 minute exactly left. The Jaguars not in any hurry, so they may be content with just heading into the locker room.
I think they're going to stretch the field one time. You got to at least try it, before you go in.
They're kicking against the wind as well.
Right.
On second down and 5, McDaniel. And here's Ben, turns it inside, 35. Ben to the 38-yard line. Make it the 38.5. Third down and a long yard coming up here. Well, the Braves aren't going to burn a timeout. They've got one left, but they're not going to use it appears. And I think the Jaguars, they don't have to run another play. 20 seconds left in the play clock at 23, so the Jaguars are content with taking this lead into the locker room. Braves players already headed into the locker room. All right, so the final seconds of this first half tick away, and the Braves are down 6-3 at the break. On this chilly Saturday afternoon, couldn't even recognize Cedric Tillman down there on the field because he's all bundled up. All right, Cedric Tillman with Fred McNair.
All right, Coach. Thoughts the first half?
We just got to get off the field on third down. The biggest thing right now, getting off the field on third down, and we just got to execute. We're not executing well on offense, so we get that done, we'll be okay. We have to come out for that better second half to win this ball game. Okay.
All right, talking about execution. Now takes us to the half. The Braves will get the ball to begin this second half. We're going to take a 1 minute timeout, and when we come back, we will carry some of the Fred McNair, Steve Air McNair ceremony. Well, Fred McNair, speaking of Coach Fred McNair, will he be on the field? We'll take a 1 minute break. We'll be right back after this. This is great.
This has been another production from the Reservation Crew, and we're out of here.
Barajas kicking with very little wind, and I would say the wind's going a little sideways here. And the Braves will get the ball here to begin the second half. Cedric Bush, what do you expect here in these next 30 minutes?
Well, we got to come out. We got to come out the gate smoking. Get Felix Harper involved. Get the running backs involved, and go back to our playmaker. You know, they can't do anything with our receivers. So I think we just need to put it in the air a little bit more and see what offense goes from there.
The Jaguars with 7 penalties as well. How many holds and pass interference penalties that we have? The Braves run the stretch play here. Waller sheds the tackler and goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Waller on the carry.
6.
Ivy to stop.
This is the
Second down for the Braves.
Between these two teams. The Braves 38, Southern 27. There have been 2 ties in this series. And, of course, as we know, the Braves have won 9 out of 10. And Dawson Odom's, the Braves have been a thorn in Dawson Odom's side for some time. Second down for the Braves. They only give him a 1-yard pickup. Harper, as he hits, going to lob this one deep, and it's caught! Inside the 30, inside the 25 to the 23. There's a flag down at the end. And there's a marker at the 23-yard line. This is probably going to be interference. Rodarius Anderson with the catch, and let's check the marker here.
Of the Southern bench, sideline interference. Half the distance to the goal.
It's a sideline interference, and it's a first down. And it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. So the Braves, Felix Harper had pressure Cedric Tillman, and he hit Rodarius Anderson at 6'5.5".
Yeah, he had him one-on-one, Charles, down the field, and the defensive back actually grabbed his jersey. And Anderson was just strong enough to run through the interference to catch that football, Charles.
Clearly, Southern has struggled with the Braves receivers one-on-one. All right, so the Braves now in the red zone at the 11-yard line. On first down, Harper back to pass. Good pocket. Harper looks, throws, check down, and this is a catch inside the 10. Waller on the check down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 3. The Braves can get to the 1.5 for the first down. So second down and long here, just underway in this third quarter. It's been a game of big plays. I mean, in the first half, you had Chris Blair with a 69-yard reception. Moments ago, Rodarius Anderson, who had been banged up, and Fred McNair's talked about it. Anderson trying to get back 100% since he was injured in the Celebration Bowl. Minute and a half into this third quarter, second down and 7. Pringle in motion on the end around. Pringle trying to get the edge, sheds the tackler. Pringle to the 5 and gets to the pylon, and he's going to be tackled probably inside the 2. It should be a first down at the 1-yard line. Pringle, first and goal from the 1-yard line. Should be a first down.
First down.
Well, yep.
Put it up.
So first down from the 1-yard line. So Pringle on the end around. And the Braves bring in Everett. They bring in Nigel Wood, a tight end. Braves with 12 on the play clock have yet to huddle up here. Juan Anthony Jr. comes out. You got Blair wide to the right, Anthony slot right, play clock at 4, and Fred McNair is going to hustle down the sideline, and the Braves are going to burn an early timeout here in this third quarter. Well, in a close game, you need your timeouts, and Fred McNair, you know, he's not the fastest guy in the world, and he did a half a sprint to get a timeout as the play clock was winding down. 2:08 into this third quarter. This is a rematch of the 2018 SWAC title game. Braves have won 8 out of their last 9. Braves have won 6 in a row versus the West. Braves have won 4 in a row, including 7 straight, Judge Bush, here at Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium.
No doubt about it. Coach is wondering why the play's not getting in time, but you know it's tough coming in here to play. I don't care how you look at it, but our matchup and our meetings against Southern, it goes back. We remember when Marino Chasm left here and went to Southern, and it's been on ever since. I think that rivalry became accelerated once he went there, and we still remember that. You know, so it's not going to be a given today for Southern.
Well, for me, I think the Alcorn Southern rivalry kind of, for me, and I've been here since '91, kind of '93 was the game.
Yeah.
In Baton Rouge, and the Braves get it in for a touchdown. Felix Harper with the touchdown.
That's it. We come out the gate smoking. Well, for us, when we were here, Cass recruited our whole classes that were in here, and he said, hey, listen, we're going to stay here until you graduate. And so our freshman year, going to our sophomore year, we hadn't graduated. But we played Southern here. Southern had to play us here. They came back and played, and when he came back, it was something different, man. You know, to see that, you know, him on the other side and being on our side.
Well, McCullough for the PAT as the Braves come back with a 75-yard drive, and the PAT is good. And the Braves with a 10-6 lead in the third quarter will take a timeout with 12:48 left in quarter number 3. The Braves get on the board first in the third. They're up 10-6. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back. This is Braves football.
Mississippi's Toughest Kids Foundation, with help from the Department of Defense, is creating a special place for children to explore, to have thrilling adventures, and to discover the wonderful outdoors. Camp Kamasa near Crystal Springs is designed exclusively for children and adults with special needs, those often limited by serious illnesses, physical or mental challenges, and other issues. But Camp Kamasa is no ordinary camp. It's big. 326 acres big. It will have a lake, a swimming pool, an archery range, an equestrian center, an infirmary, and much more. As part of the military's ongoing deployment training, the Air Force Reserve is leading a joint effort with the Marine Reserves, Air National Guard, and Army National Guard to clear the land, to build 8 2,000-square-foot cabins and multi-purpose buildings, to lay gas, power, water, and sewer. Mississippi's Toughest Kids Foundation.
Ball goes into the end zone, and the Jaguars will get it at the 25-yard line. So the Braves led 3-0, trailed 6-3. Now Alcorn is up 10-6 here early in quarter number 3. Well, Cedric Tillman, nice job by the Braves. Been a game of big plays. The big catch by Rodarius Anderson set it up, and Harper finished it off.
Yeah, that was a great run, because I believe everybody went with the sweep, and he was able to sneak in for that couple of yards there, Charles.
Well, McDaniel will get the start to begin this third quarter for the Jaguars. They get it at the 25-yard line. And then with the carry, a gain of 1, a gain of 2 to the 27-yard line. Well, neither team, and we talked about this being a slog in terms of running the football. Jaguars, even though have the advantage statistically running the football, it's been tough to come by for both sides. It's been a game of big plays. Felix Harper, deep ball to Blair, deep ball to Anderson. 2nd down and 8. For McDaniel and the Jaguars. Left to right register in motion. McDaniel looking left all the way. Pump fakes. Check down. Caught. Ben turns it upfield. 35. Bump forward and dragged down at the 41-yard line. It's a first down. Just a check down to Ben, the safety valve, and he was bumped forward for additional 2 or 3 yards to the 42-yard line. Southern in the hurry up. Braves trying to get set. Oh, and a lineman moved. Out in front, out in space. And that's the 8th penalty for the Jaguars. And that's Jatyree Carter, the redshirt sophomore from White Castle. They'll bring up first down and 15. I think either one of these teams offensively, being behind the chains, it puts them at a huge disadvantage. 1st and 15 for the Jaguars. 11:40 left in the third quarter. 10-6, the Braves with the lead. McDaniel back to pass, and now here's a screen to register to the 40, and Russell down outside of the 40 to the 43-yard line. Got the negative yards back, so 2nd down and 10 for the Jaguars. Hunter Register's been very active in this game, and expect him to be even more involved here in this second half. 11:20 left here in this third. The Braves with a touchdown. Felix Harper, a 1-yard quarterback sneak. And with the PAT, a 6-3 Southern lead is now a 10-6 Alcorn lead. Second down and 10 from the 42-yard line. McDaniel out of the shotgun. Washington in motion. Daniel back to pass, looking left, steps up, check down again, and this is a catch and hit immediately. And with the catch on the near side is Christian Branch, his second reception. All right, Cedric Tillman, third down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, let's see what we do here. I've been waiting on the Braves to bring some pressure, but we getting pressure with the front four, but we hadn't sent a blitz at them yet, Charles.
Yeah, you got to get home on a quarterback like McDaniel, because he can sling it down the field. On third down and 6, hard snap count, they scan to the left, play clock at 10. He addresses his center, now steps back into the shotgun with an empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Third and 6, McDaniel looking right, pass batted in the air, it's intercepted! Batted in the air and picked off. Second turnover, the Braves stayed right at home. The defensive line batting it in the air, and it's picked off by the Braves Webb, who's having a solid game, Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, that was great because he was on a blitz, but he stopped and he sat back and waited on the quarterback, and they jumped up and deflected the ball in the air. That was a great catch.
But we got an injured Brave close to midfield.
Aguilar.
And we have a timeout here. So the Braves defense, a second turnover, and an injured Brave. Timeout on the field. With 10:09 left in the third, 10-6. The Braves with the lead. Back in 1 minute. This is Alcorn Braves football.
Table games.
The Magnolia Bluffs way.
That's Magnolia Bluffs Casino and Hotel.
It's not what you play.
It's who you play with.
During the break, a check down to Waller, 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 from the 40 of Southern. Boy, it would be nice to get points here on second down. Here's Waller dragged down for about a half-yard gain. All right, Cedric Bush, third down and a long 6 coming up. Here's a huge play. You just came off a turnover.
Yeah.
You'd like to do something with this. You got a third down and 6 coming up.
I think play action pass would be great at this point in time. We let Harper run it. He has great legs when he's out in space like that.
It'll be interesting to see what Elliott Ratton, the Braves OC, offensive coordinator, comes up with. Play clock at 14. Braves going no huddle here. Waller in the backfield. Clock at 10. Waller addresses his center, Milburn, and now steps back. Play clock at 3 out of the shotgun. Harper looks left, throws, and this ball's caught. And let's see where the progress is. Right at the marker.
It's right at the marker.
It's going to be close. Right at the marker.
First down.
They haven't moved the chains. I think it's, well, is it a first down or is it fourth down? Well, I think they're moving the chains. It's a first down.
First down.
So first down at the 32-yard line. 8.5 left for a touchdown here. Will give the Braves a little bit of breathing room. They have it at the 32 of Southern, up 10-6 with 8:20 left in the third. Harper out of the shotgun, play action, steps up, and a check down, caught.
Oh, yeah.
Tim McNair Jr. Kind of on the curl route in the red zone at the 18-yard line. Another first down. Went deep, curled back towards his quarterback, Harper. And the Braves are looking sharp here, Cedric Tillman, in the third quarter.
Yes, they are. That defensive back was back down at the 10-yard line, Charles. He's worried about getting beat deep.
7:50 left in the third.
Oh.
3-man front. I think it's going to be, well, they did not call the flag. He got back on side. 3-man front for the Jaguars. Play clock at 4. Harper out of the gun. Milburn the center, play action for Harper, flushed out to his left, a check down again, and this is a catch hit immediately after about a 5-yard pickup. And Chris Blair, who has a 69-yard reception, a 5-yard gain here And they mark them at the 13. They need to get to the 8, second down and 5. With 7:14 left here in the third quarter, 10-6. The Braves with the lead over Southern University here at Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium. Second down and 5. 7 minutes, more than halfway through this third quarter on this cloudy, chilly Saturday, and windy as well. Second and 5 from the 13. Play action for Harper again. A check down again. That's a catch. Nigel Wood with the first down. Nope, I'm sorry. That's it is Wood. Nope, that's McNair. That is Wood, number 8. Hard to tell, but it is Nigel Wood, the tight end, with the catch. Like an 8 or a 6, it was Nigel Wood. I was right at first, and that's his 4th reception of the year. And the Braves are looking good here. First and goal from the 7-yard line, up 10-6 with 6.5 left in this third quarter. The winner of this game controls their division big time. The loser's not out, still in good shape, but whoever loses this game will have a little work to do. First down. Harper looks, throws, and this ball is incomplete. That was a dangerous pass intended for Waller. And they bring up second down and 10.
Gives them a little more air. I think the band will be playing for a touchdown.
So Marie Smith with the coverage. 6:15 left in this third quarter. Braves with all the forward momentum here in this third quarter. They were down 6-3 at the half, now up 10-6, trying to go up more here. Second down and goal from the 7 on the jet sweep. Harper will keep it and drop at the 4. We're to bring up third down and goal from there. All right, Cedric Tillman, here's a huge play in this game. Third and goal from the Jaguars 4.
Well, let's see what they do here. Some guys, they were late covering the slot receiver on Blair. They only had one defender out here. Let's see if they try to go to a fade in the corner, guys.
Chris Blair lines up wide right. Tim McNair Jr. to the left. Third and goal from the 4. The Jaguars thinking 3. The Braves are thinking 7 to add to their 4-point lead. Third and goal from the 4. Harper rolling to his left, throws. It's caught. It's a touchdown. How easy was that? Waller with the touchdown.
Taking candy from a baby.
How easy was that as Deshaun Waller wide open, Cedric Bush to give the Braves, for the moment, a 10-point lead.
As I say, taking candy from a baby. They're in the groove. They're in the groove now. They're back in the groove now. It gives the defense a little breathing room to be able to do what they want to do on the defensive side.
I mean, we've seen that a lot, Cedric Tillman. I mean, Waller was wide open. All Harper had to do was look, pitch, and catch.
Well, he was almost to this sideline before the Southern defender came over to cover it.
Yeah.
And the PAT by McCullough is good, and the Braves are enjoying an 11-point lead. Couple of touchdowns in this third quarter. The Braves are down 6-3 at the break. They're up 17-6 with 5.5 left in this third quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back. This is Braves football.
Visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
And here's a big return by the Jaguars down the far sideline, and that was Kendall Boney with the return from the 1-yard line, and the Jaguars coming right back here. Good field position, close to midfield. A first down. You cannot relax, Cedric Bush, and we talked about special teams. So far, it's been a situation where the PAT was botched, but on a positive play here, 45-yard line where the Jaguars get it.
Well, get a chance to put the offense in a better position to try and score with this McDaniels kid doing the job that he's doing.
Southern number 3 in the league in offense, only behind Grambling and Prairie View. McDaniel checked down, and this is a catch far sideline. And a very short pickup of 4, close to 5 yards to Hinton, the wide receiver. Second down. Second and 5. It's a little square out. Southern right at midfield from left to right with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Braves with a 2-score lead, 17-6, trying to go to 4-0 in the division. On second down and 5, McDaniel looks, check down again, and this is a catch, another first down. Well, just a couple of little check downs and a couple of catches by Timothy Bedford. So 2 5-yard plays and a first down for the Jaguars. at the 44-yard line of Alcorn with 4.5 left in this third quarter. Well, the Braves turned a turnover into a touchdown. Second turnover by the Jaguars. Daniel flushed out, sacked at midfield. They'll bring up second down and long, and Holbert's having a solid game, Cedric Tillman, with the sack right there.
Yeah, he came off that corner hard, and he was able to get to him before the quarterback stepped up that time.
A loss of 6, second down and 16, under 4 to play in the third quarter. 17-6, the Braves with the lead. Second down and 16, second sack for the Braves. McDaniel back to pass. They set up the screen, and this is incomplete, and the Braves blow it up again. Boy, the Braves coming with an attitude
no doubt about it.
in this third quarter. As Jawan Taylor, we talked with him a couple of weeks ago.
They read that all the way.
Yes, sir.
All right, Cedric Tillman, back to you. 3rd and 17 coming up. When you're behind and you got to throw the football, this is what McDaniel does. But then the question is, for the Braves, are bringing pressure in, they're getting home.
Well, right, you just don't want to get big deep, down the middle on the outside. Let's see what they do here.
On third down, McDaniel steps up, he'll square out, and this is a catch, and this isn't going much. A loss on the play. And it'll bring up 4th down and 13. Bedford, who picked up a couple of first downs. The drive bogs down. 4th down and 13. This game kind of reminds me of that the Alcorn-Jackson game last year. The Braves won 24-3, but it was close at the half, and the Braves kind of slowly pulling away in the second half. You're kind of seeing that in this game. Barajas at his 40-yard line, kicking against the wind. The snap and the kick, a low kick. Braves get away from it, inside the 10, inside the 5, and going to come down at the 1-yard line.
Wow. That was close.
With 2:52 left, the Braves have it at the 1-yard line, and I think it's safe to say, Judge Bush, the game is on the line right here.
No
you have an
doubt.
11-point lead. You're backed up inside your 1. Southern's trying to flip the field, get off the field.
Yeah.
They will get decent field position. You're at a point in the game. If the Braves go up 24-6, it could be lights out. And the Jaguars, a great opportunity here for them, and for the Braves, an opportunity to milk this clock and put the game away.
Yeah, it was like this early in the game, and Harper got a chance to throw the ball to the receiver, and we moved down to the first time we got a chance to score. We didn't score. Maybe we come back with the same thing this time.
All right, here we go. Braves at the 1-yard line. Harper 4 yards deep, play action. Harper looks, throws, and his pass incomplete. They try to get the ball to Tim McNair Jr. Jaguar jumped the route, almost picked that one off. And McNair shaken up because he's a gimp in his giddy-up, a limp in his giddy-up as he runs across the field to the sideline. All right, that stops the clock with 2:50 left in the third quarter. Second down and 10 from the 1. Braves are up 17-6. That was dangerous there on second down. They put it in Waller's belly. Waller gets to the 5. Just make it the 6. So 3rd down and 6. Cedric Tillman, here is a huge play in this game with 2:40 left. 3rd and 6 from your own 6-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what we do here. Maybe a little play action or something, but something safe. But let's see how they cover it here.
All right, Cedric Bush, what do you expect here on 3rd down and 6? You're backed up. You got to be careful here.
I'm going to my man Chris Blair. Let's see what he can do with that. That's just my take on it.
Does Southern bring pressure? If they don't get home, the Jaguars have been burned. 3rd down. Jaguars not bring. Well, here they come, and here's a check down, and this is a catch, and it should be, or close to, a first down.
Yeah, Blair.
It's a first down.
First down? That's awesome. Blair was wide open on that.
Well, it's actually Juan Anthony with the first down, and he's shaken up. That was huge. 1:56 left. Oh, the 3rd down and 6, and he picked up 7. And Juan Anthony shaken up. We'll take a break here with 1:56 left in the third. 17-6, a big 3rd down pickup for the Braves. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Sewer lines, and build roads. Their help is invaluable, as is yours. Join our team at mtkfound.com. Help build Camp Kamasa.
That was a huge pickup by Juan Anthony to pick up the first down at the 13-yard line. Here is Waller. Waller out to the 26-yard line, a gain of 3. 90 seconds left, Cedric Bush in this third quarter. Huge pickup there by Juan Anthony Jr. from Woodville, Mississippi. Picking up that first down underneath route. The Jaguars had the Braves play deep, and Anthony ran underneath. 1:17 left, maybe a couple of plays, and I'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Braves in this game are up 17-6. Braves scan here with 13 on the play clock. I'm sure folks in Grambling paying attention to this game closely. Second down and 7, and the Braves go back to the run, and nothing there for Waller. Waller a yard. Third down and 5 coming up here. Final play of the third quarter coming up. Of course, if the Jaguars lose this game, Grambling sitting with 2 losses. And Grambling playing at UAPB today. So if the Jaguars lose this game and Grambling beats UAPB, then Grambling Tigers still have work to go. We still got to go there in a couple of weeks. That game could be huge. 9 on the play clock, 19 seconds left, so the Braves do have to run another play here. Play clock at 4. Third down and a long 4, close to 5 needed, and Fred McNair is going to take his second time out, and he's not happy about it. The Braves kind of pranced around on that one, trying to milk it, maybe a little too cute with it.
Yeah.
And have to burn their second time out, so the Braves have 1 timeout remaining. Braves win this game, go to 4-0. Off week next week, we go to Grambling. And I think the right combination for Alcorn, of course, a win here today, and an A&M loss to Bama State. A lot of people think that Bama State's going to take the Magic City Classic. I'm trying to pull up a score here. 12-7.
12-7.
12-7 who?
Is it 21-7 or 12-7?
Alabama State leads 12-7. 21-7.
Yeah. So it sounds like they're going to take it. So.
And UAPB leads Grambling.
Wow. Who would have thought?
UAPB's on the rise.
Oh,
I can
my
tell
goodness.
you that.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
All right, big 3rd and 4 coming up here. The final 9 seconds left in the third. Harper being chased, and the check down is the catch. Trey Turner. Turner, a first down, and that'll take us to the end of the quarter.
Yes, sir.
Good job by Noah Johnson to check down Trey Turner. There was pressure, and Noah in his...
Felix Harper.
I'm sorry, Felix Harper. Thinking about Noah Johnson. Felix Harper with the play, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter.
Yes, sir. That was as good as it gets.
So Felix Harper to the check down Trey Turner. That takes us to the fourth quarter. The Braves a quarter away from going to 4-0 in the division. They're up 17-6. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back. This is Braves football.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Braves with a 17-6 lead and can now milk this clock a little bit. A 2-score lead. Just protect the football. First down at the 32-yard line. And here's a play action. Pringle with the catch. He has had a quiet game, but he picks up 7 right there as we're underway here in this fourth quarter. Pringle, quiet game, leads the team with 7 touchdowns. 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4. Just underway in the fourth. Braves 17, Southern 6 here at Spinks Chasm Stadium on this Saturday afternoon. No rain. The weather forecast was correct. The rain kind of moved down about 9 o'clock this morning on second down. And on the stretch play, here's a first down run for a Turner. Needed 4, picked up 6. It's a first down. The Braves in this game have outgained Southern 267 to 207. And the Braves winning this game despite the fact that they only have 41 yards rushing. I wouldn't have thought that.
Not today. His defense has been very stingy from Southern.
The Jaguars have only rushed for 63 yards, but Felix Harper has thrown for 226. On first down, play action. Here's a lob pass. Blair, incomplete. No penalty flag right there. He's throwing it against the wind, so the wind might have held it up. Here's head coach Fred McNair talking about the status of Noah Johnson.
Speaking of Noah Johnson, talk about where he is in his development and his rehab and recovery.
Well, do a process. We still working, and hopefully you'll get a chance to see where he at during the course of next week. Not counting him out, but like I said, game time decision for him as well. So we'll get him examined by Jalisa and see what can he stand and what can he not stand. So just a due process with him. So just gonna take him slow. If it need to be, if he can, but not no hair right now. So hopefully what we get out of we'll see what we're better.
And Chris Blair stepped out of a couple of Jaguar tackles and brought down inside the 25. They mark him at the 21, and the Braves are looking to put this one away here early in the fourth quarter. Chris Blair, they just can't cover him.
No doubt about it. He has to be over 100 yards today, I know.
Let's see. Blair going into the fourth, 2 receptions for 74. Yep, he is over 100 with that one. And here is Waller. Waller inside the 20. Waller to the 18-yard line. Waller a 5-yard pickup. I think the deal with Noah Johnson, for right now, it's Felix Harper's team. Noah Johnson's trying to get healthy, Cedric Tillman, and when the time comes where he's healthy enough, a decision will be made at that time, and he's recovering as best as he can. He's been great in the quarterback room, but right now it's Felix Harper's show.
Yeah, it's definitely Felix' team right now. Is glad to hear that Noah's still in the background, working with the players, Charles.
On second down, here is Waller on a stretch play being chased down from behind. Good play. From behind was chased down that time by Appion. Third down and 3 coming up with 2.5 minutes into this. 2.5 minutes in this fourth quarter.
Got a score on the Grambling UAPB game. Grambling's up 15-12.
That's a slugfest. Well, this one was, and the Braves could deliver the knockout blow on third down. Here's Waller.
Wow.
Waller at the 15, make it the 14, where he's short by a yard. 4th down and 1.
Wow. Yeah, Harper kept that. I think he would have walked in the end zone on that one.
Well, you're kicking against the wind, and here comes McCullough on for a field goal. He made a 37-yarder. And if Braves make this, it's still a 2-score game. Greg Blue, the backup kicker, is the holder. Jaguars trying to get off the field, and he just does. High snap, ball down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we'll take it.
We'll take it all day.
11:20 left. Well, the Jaguars got 1 foot in the door, 1 out.
Yeah.
20-6 with 11:20 left in the fourth. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Alcorn Braves football. 20-6 with 11:20 left here in this fourth quarter here at Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium. Southern kept themselves in the game by holding the Braves to just 3. I think if the Braves punched it in, it would have been tough. But it's a 2-score game with a ton of time left. Here's the kick, and it's going to be picked up at the 7-yard line to the 10 to the 20-yard line. And that's where the Jaguars will get it, a 13-yard return. Well, it's first down at the 20-yard line. Well, Cedric Tillman had a chance maybe to put the game away with a touchdown. Jaguars still hanging around. And let's see if Cedric Thornton's defense can continue their good work here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I figured the Braves will at least try to make a try for the end zone that time, guys. They played it safe to come out with 3 points there. I think he wants to see if the defense can still hold them here.
Speaking of the Braves defense, the Jaguars only had 36 yards in the third quarter. Here's a pass, and it's a forward pass. It's going to be incomplete. Incomplete.
He did come forward.
And to bring up second down and 10. The Braves had 114 yards in the third quarter. And the Jaguars in that third quarter had just 36 yards. So again, the Braves showing their second half muscle. 11:08 left in this fourth quarter. Braves bringing pressure. And this is it's a risk reward. I mean, you give this quarterback time, he can pick you apart. But if you get to him, it's not the fleetest of foot on second down. And they go back to the run with the carry. It'll bring up third down, Cedric Tillman, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, let's see if they do here. I was really hoping they would look at that because it looked like a fumble from here. I don't think his arm went forward. But, nevertheless, it's 3rd down. Let's see if we hold him here and get him off the field.
All right, share of defense here from Jack Spinks Marino Castle Stadium. Back to pass. He sheds a tackler, being chased, steps out of another tackle, gets down the line of scrimmage and just throws a little square out, and this is incomplete. How in the world did McDaniel get away from 2 opportunities to get a sack?
Looked like Houdini. Wow.
It'll bring up 4th down. Well, again, this is if you need something quick, you bring Skelton in maybe.
Yeah. I was surprised they hadn't gone back to Skelton just to get something, generate something, because it's like they're stuck in the mud now on the offensive side.
Barajas on to punt, his second punt. The snap and the kick. Low kick, short kick on the hop. And here is Pringle to the 50, Pringle to the 45. Pringle brought down at the 40. And we'll take a timeout right here. We'll be right back as the Braves with 10:15 left trying to put it away. Up 20-6. Back in a minute. This is Braves football. Waller, a first down run at the 28-yard line. And the Braves are looking sharp here in this second half. Defense is pitched a shutout, max protection. Here's Waller again. Waller to the 20-yard line. Make it the 21, a pickup of 7. Well, Cedric Tillman, the Braves are looking to close the door on this one.
Yeah, we punch it in here, Charles. We have a little cushion here, so let's see what we can do here.
All right, 2nd down and 3. Time is the Braves' friend here. They can just milk this for all it's worth. 20 on the play clock. Braves with a 2-score lead, 20-6. Play clock at 15. Smart decision here by the Braves here, Cedric Bush.
No doubt about it. Hey, run the clock down, give it to your bell cow. Let them bring it home.
2nd and 3. Here's Waller again. Waller to the 19, where it's 3rd down and 1. Cedric Tillman, what do you see the adjustments first half, second half?
Well, the biggest thing is going to the pass. We recognize what we could do in the passing game, and we've come out this last couple of series, guys. We picked up a lot of yards on the ground, and that made a difference in the last series. And I was hoping that we could go ahead and punch it in. As you talked about, we didn't have that many rushing yards in total for the game, and I thought maybe we can pick that up here in this fourth quarter.
A 3rd down and 1 on the read. Here's Nico Duffy sideswipe. He didn't get it. Boy, they filled the gap right there. Well, that may be Nico Duffy's first carry of the game, and he was sideswiped and dropped by Harris. So to bring a 4th down and a yard, you kick another field goal here. Well, nothing. I think they're
going to go for it this time.
I think Fred McNair says, let's put this baby away. 4th down and a yard with 7:45 left. You're kicking against the wind. That may play a factor in it as well. Or with 9 on the play clock, the Braves got to do something here. Harper steps out of the shotgun position with Waller to his left. Play clock at 2-1, and they get it off. And here's student body right. And it's going to be a 1st down at the 15.
You got to shut the door. Shut the door on it. Now we're playing championship football.
Timeout.
7:15 left. Cedric Tillman, they did everything right. More importantly, they picked up the 1st down. They took time off the clock.
Yeah, they sealed this corner out here, and he definitely picked that up and got a little extra. And that's what we need, and the clock is still running.
Good block by Blair as well. I think helped that play.
Yeah, guys, I had talked to Nico Duffy on the sideline. He said they were just holding him out. He said he might get in, but that was his first time in the ballgame.
Yep, his first carry. All right, now they start the play clock. 7:13 left, 37 on the clock, so the Braves can take their sweet time here. No hurry. You got a 2-score lead. You're in the red zone. You're in complete control of this game. And it looks like it may be 10 out of 11 for the Braves against the Jaguars. And if everything continues on course, first week in December, we'll be looking at this team again.
Coming back here, huh?
But, Southern's still in control of the West, but they got a little work to do still.
Yeah.
They still got Jackson State. They got A&M.
Pine Bluff?
They already beaten Pine Bluff. They got A&M next week on their homecoming.
Wow. Yeah.
That game's going to be on ESPN3, but they got Jackson State. They got Grambling. So which team has the tougher hill? I think the Braves hill got a little bit easier, but unless the Braves just collapse here in the last 6:20, the Jaguars' road to a division title, even though they still control the West, they beat Prairie View, they beat UAPB, but they got to win a couple of games. And if Grambling beats UAPB today, things got a little more interesting in the West. And here is Pringle on the outside. Pringle shedding a tackle. Did he get to the pylon?
Good.
It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown, touchdown.
Pringle.
Yes, sir.
To the far pylon, just reached out Cedric Tillman, and we hadn't called his name much until now. Pringle with the touchdown.
Yeah, I thought they were doing a great job of containing him, but that was the first time they went to him today, guys.
26-6, the Braves with the lead, and they've busted this door wide open here on this Saturday afternoon, and some of the Jaguar fans head for the exits.
Great block by Chris Blair on that end, on the corner.
Braves look like a team that's had a bye week. Their flags down. I think Southern for the first half looked strong, but the second half, the Jaguars look like a team that's had some tough games. Prairie View, Texas Southern. The Braves look like a fresh team. And I think Cedric Bush has played a factor, I think, in the second half.
5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
And after this week, we get a chance to rest again, right?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. So, they deserve it. These guys they've been pounding. They've had a schedule early on.
26-6 with 5:53 remaining. Snap back ball down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Braves 27, Jaguars 6. They have outscored the Jaguars 21-0 in this second half. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. 27-6. Your Braves on their way to 4-0 in the division. Back in a minute. This is Braves football. Minutes and 53 seconds left in it. Braves 6 minutes away from a 4-0 record in the conference. Here is the return from the 10-yard line outside the 35-yard line with 5:47 left here in this fourth quarter. Well, the Jaguars felt like they can come in here and, as Dawson Odoms quoted, in the Alcorn Hicks. Well, won't be today anyway.
Not today.
And I think we'll see this Jaguar team again. I mean, and let's keep in mind, in 2 weeks we go to Grambling, and we've got A&M here, and then Jackson State. So we've got a whistle. And so the Braves, I mean, have some work to do as well, but clearly they've got a little bit of a cushion and a timeout taken here.
Yeah.
But Southern University, I mean, they still, I mean, with the wins that they've had in the division, it's helping their cause. But you got a pesky A&M team. You got Jackson State, who won the other night. I mean, in an unbelievable game.
Yeah,
we were listening to that, Judge Bush, and I was riding with Cedric Tillman from the high school game. And
well, I was watching the game. It was a miracle game.
I think Cedric almost drove off the road when Jackson State blocked that field goal.
Yeah, I mean, if you had seen the play to give them a go-ahead touchdown, they pitched the ball to the running back. He kicked it, he picked it up, and then threw the ball in the end zone. So,
a miracle.
Go figure.
A miracle. And but hey, at this time of year, there is no such thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you win, you're supposed to win. How about Valley beating Texas Southern 28-14
today
with 2:30 left?
Wow, kudos to Valley.
Well, Valley should have won against Jackson State. The Delta Devils playing a little better here.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like Skelton is in the game. Here's a pass to Hunter Register to the 45-yard line. You kind of wonder when that was going to happen, and maybe a series or two too late. I think with Southern University, I mean, if you're talking about plodding along, that's what McDaniel's about. But if you're looking for lightning in a bottle, that's what Skelton's about. And that's what they need. They need a bunch of lightning and a bunch of bottles. Here's a pass deep down the field, and they got a flag down as Hunter Register.
Yeah, he created that, though. That's good stuff on him. He created that one.
We got a pass interference coming up here.
Defense, number 20, 15 yards.
And a 15-yard penalty, pass interference on Allen Bruce, Cedric Tillman. First time we've called his name defensively.
Yeah, I think they was trying to. He was saying he was offense, but I guess they got tangled up there.
Yeah, number 4 grabbed him and went to the ground with him, and then the referee saw the end of it.
All right, so the Jaguars have it at the Braves 40-yard line with 5:25 left, up 27-6. Skelton looks to square out, and this is caught. Hunter Register stays on his feet, spun around and dropped at the 33-yard line, a pickup of about 6. Bama State over A&M at halftime, 21-7 in the Magic City. A back-and-forth game in Pine Bluff. Grambling 22, UAPB 12. Here's Skelton, looks for the end zone, and this ball is incomplete. We got another flag. And I don't know about that one. I think Cole.
How does one see it and the other one doesn't? I don't understand that.
During Cole, I think they're going to call Cole for interference. And the officials are going to talk it over here. They may pick this up.
They waved it off.
Yep, they are going to wave it off.
The official on that side, he was right there on it. And it's like, I don't see anything to call on that.
Third down.
So they pick up the flag with 4:56 left. So it'll bring up third down. They were going for the end zone. It was 2nd and 4.5. So 3rd and a long 4 here with 4:56 left in the fourth. 27-6, the Braves with the lead. It's definitely 4-down territory. 3rd down and 4 here as Skelton back to pass. Check down, this is a catch, and it's a first down And going out of bounds on that near side is Jamar Washington. I haven't called his name much, the senior from Alexandria, Louisiana. And a first down. You know, the Braves want to finish this strongly. First down at the 27. Skelton looks. He's going to take off. Skelton to the 20. Skelton dropped at the 18, a gain of 8 with 4.5 minutes left. So the Jaguars moving the football. On second down, on the read, Skelton will keep it. Skelton dropped short of the first down, around the 16 and a half. I think he's about a half yard short. We approach 4 to play. Yep, it's third down and short coming up for the Jaguars. Third down coming up. They stop the clock with 4:06 left and an injured Jaguar on the field. So we'll take a timeout here. 4:06 left in the fourth. 3rd and 1 coming up. Braves with a 27-6 lead. Back in 1 minute. This is Alcorn Braves football.
Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Jeremiah Abbey, the injured Jaguar, he walked off under his own power. Here's Ben to the 12-yard line with 3:50 left here in the fourth quarter. So the Jaguars in the red zone with 3:40 left. Southern has all 3 of their timeouts, 27-6. So first down, Skelton looks, throws, and his ball is caught. Touchdown, Hunter Register. Register slightly behind him, made the adjustment though from 13 yards out, and the Jaguars with a PAT can make it a 2-score game, 27-12, with 3.5 left in this fourth quarter. I think when you look at it, maybe 1 or 2 series late. I think the way that Southern offense bogged down a little bit. You know, Skelton's quick, got it quick, and they scored quick right there.
I was surprised that they had him on the bench that long through the whole quarter. Nothing was generating. It was time. You made the move early. Then you got to score. Then you come back and keep it on the bench until, 5-6 minutes into the fourth quarter. It just didn't. It just doesn't add up.
But Aha's on for the PAT, and it is good. So it's 27-13. I know Cedric Thorne's not going to like that.
No.
This is the 68th meeting between these two teams. These two teams have played in the SWAC championship game twice, back in 2014 and 2018, and the Braves are 329 away from making it 9 out of 10 over the Jaguars. And I did not know that for Southern University, this is their 101st year of playing football. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we talked about what Southern's got coming up. Obviously, if they don't win this game, it'll be their first loss, but they go home next week. They've got Alabama A&M on homecoming. They got Lynchburg. Then they go to Jackson State, and then they play Grambling. And the way Jackson's playing, that might not be easy. A&M right now losing 21-7 at halftime. I think Southern might be able to get that one. Looks like the loser of that Magic City Classic has a hard time recovering because that's such a big game, 70,000 and probably 100,000 out the parking lot.
Yeah, no doubt. So,
all right, here's the kick from Barajas. Onside kick. Flag is down. The Jaguars have it, but did it go 10 yards? The Jaguars might have been offsides as well. So we'll check all of that. Flag thrown almost when it was kicked, so Southern was probably offsides. They recovered the onside kick. 3:29 left here in this fourth quarter. Did it go 10 yards is the question. There's 2 flags down. Well, Cedric Tillman, were they offsides, and did it go 10 yards?
I think the first one was offsides, and let's see what's... Hold on, here we go.
Offside. Kicking team number 57. 5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
Oh, they're going to re-kick it. All right, so Southern's going to try it again. Well, 3:29 left, 3 timeouts. Well, I mean, they're obviously going for it all right here. I mean, if they had 2 or maybe 1 timeout, I can see the onside kick, but you got all 3 of your timeouts. You get off the field. You got a chance to score, maybe with a timeout or 2 in your pocket, but Southern's going to go for it right here. They're going to re-kick from the 30-yard line. Barajas will tee it up from there. You got the good hands team. You got Cole, Juan Anthony on this near corner, Burke. All the guys with good hands on this return. The UAPB just made it a 22-19 game, so that one not over with in Pine Bluff. Barajas again, and Braves just down a Cole on a hop. Just fell on it at the 40-yard line. Well, we'll take whatever they did, but Cedric Tillman, you're kind of surprised that they did the onside kick. They got 3 timeouts. You kick it deep, you pin us deep. I mean, you just never know.
Right. I think they just had that one chance, and right now, this definitely doesn't help them at all, And so all we have to do is just try to ground it out, but still we got another chance to score here. If we score here, it's definitely over.
Yep, 3:29 left. I don't expect the Braves to put the ball in the air. This is where your offensive line has got to get it done right here.
Kicking again?
We're going to have another re-kick.
Wow.
Hey, what happened?
I don't know. They had a
timeout before the kick.
Wow.
Who called time? Well,
Southern called timeout? Yeah. Southern called timeout.
All right, well, we didn't. Of course, you can't hear. So Southern called a timeout before the kick, so we're going to try it again. No. All right, Barajas will step into it again.
They'll go deep this time.
Here's the kick, and falling on it as Waller at the 34. Well, I think Southern probably was aware of the fact that you pin the Braves deep, use your timeouts. If they can get a stop, they get the ball back and another score. So I think they realized that, and they just try to place it in a hole and hope that the Braves maybe bobble it, or maybe Southern outruns the football and gets it. But Waller fell on it smartly at his 34-yard line with 3:28 left. Jaguars have 2 timeouts now. Well, they had to burn a timeout right there, so they've got 2 timeouts left. 3:28 left, 27-13, the Jaguars. And here is Waller. Waller with a good run. A gain of 8 to the 42-yard line with 3:22 left. Halftime, Grambling 22, UAPB 19.
That's a slobber number right there, man.
What about Valley? They beat Texas Southern today, 35-14. That game in Inabina.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Valley, the team. I mean, Valley should have beat Jackson State.
Yeah,
Valley gave us a run for our money.
Right. First half.
Through most of the first half.
Yeah.
Second down and a couple. Here is Waller. Waller dropped. There's a flag down at the end. This might be a hold here. I think a hold on 75. Darius Davis. He just took out his man. Well, that makes it a little more interesting here, Cedric Tillman. Second down and long for the Braves.
Yeah, would have been 3rd and short. Yeah, that makes it interesting here. You definitely want to use up some more clock here, so it's interesting to see what they'll do on 3rd down.
Well, here's the game right here. 2nd down and 11 with 2.5 left. Southern has 2 timeouts. Play clock at 10. Waller in the backfield to the left of Felix Harper. Braves with a 27-13 lead. 2nd and 12, and here is Waller cutting it up the middle. Waller dropped at the 36, 37-yard line, and Southern's going to burn a timeout. It'll be their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 remaining. The Braves with a 3rd down and 8 coming up. So Southern down to one timeout, 2:09 left, and a 2-score lead.
Please reset the game clock.
Injured Jag standing up, taking his helmet off at the 37-yard line. The Braves are off next week and will go to Grambling in 2 weeks, and that's going to be a game. I mean, the Braves, this was one in which they got control of the East and can really have control going in if A&M loses, because that means everyone in the division, with the exception of Jackson State, with at least 2 losses.
Right.
Jackson plays UAPB at home next week. That will be a fun one to watch.
2 minutes, 13 seconds.
And Jackson State, I mean, they just kept playing, didn't they? I mean, against Valley, Valley raced out to a 21-0 lead, and everyone said Jackson's done. Stick a fork in them, and Jackson takes the fork out and sticks it in Valley.
I call them the miracle team, man, because they're winning games that, it's like, okay, how do they end up winning this game? I don't know.
And then the same could be said the other night. How did Jackson beat Pereira the other night? I know Dr. Prince is laughing at me. Here is Felix Harper sliding down at the 42-yard line. We'll make it the 40 is where he went out of bounds. So it'll bring up 4th down and 2 with 2:04 left. I think the Jaguars might have burned.
Last time off?
Well,
they did.
Yep.
They did. He didn't go out of bounds.
Okay, so yeah, Harper realized he wanted to make sure he slid in bounds. All right, who's a good player of the game here, Cedric Bush? Who do you think here? I mean, the defense has stood tall offensively. Yeah. Felix Harper has made the plays.
I think either go Felix Harper or Chris Bailey. I'd say Felix Harper, though.
Felix Harper?
Yeah, I'd say Felix Harper.
A lot of attention on Felix Harper these last couple of weeks and what he would do against this Jaguar team. Yeah. Of course, Cedric Tillman in a championship game here last year, maybe the biggest play of the game was made by Felix Harper in a backup role as Noah Johnson's helmet popped off on a play, and the Braves were faced with a 3rd and 4, and Harper picked it up. The Braves scored on that drive and pulled away.
Yeah, that was a nice. He rolled out to his left side and hit a receiver to the sideline, Charles. That was definitely amazing that he came in and did that. Everybody was thinking he was just handing the ball off,
Well, here's McCullough on the kick, and this kick is going to take a hopping down at the 19. So you have 1:57 remaining. No timeouts for the Jaguars. Braves with a 27-13 lead. Braves off next week. Go to Grambling, then A&M here, and then go to Jackson State. And if they handle their business, we'll be hosting the SWAC championship game. Southern still controls the West, but they got a little work to do. Southern has A&M at home, Lynchburg, Jackson State, Bayou Classic. So Southern, if they lose this game, will have some work to do to win the West. Skelton, 3-step drop check down, and this is a catch at the 25-yard line and going out of bounds as they had the check down on the near side to Brandon Hinton. Went out of bounds with 1:53 left in the 4th quarter. 27-13 the Jaguars. Skelton, 3-step drop, again hitting with the catch, again out of bounds. Well, Southern's taking Cedric Bush what the Braves are giving to him.
Yeah, but you make the quarterback change, I think a quarter too late. That's my take of it.
Skelton, another 3-step drop. Square out far side, caught down the sideline, cutting it back in, 45, 48-yard line. It's a first down. He went out of bounds. Well, he stayed in bounds. Washington, he cut it back inside, so they'll stop the clock, spot the chain, start the clock. 1:42 left. Southern has it at the 47-yard line. Clock running, 1:40 left, their own 47. Skelton, play action. Steps up, dances, going to lob this one long down the field, and this ball's incomplete, and a flag down, pass interference coming up. Pass intended for Bedford. Let's check this flag here. If it's against the Braves, 15 yards.
Pass interference.
And, it's against the Jaguars.
15 yards.
Bedford pushed off.
Replay. First down.
That's a huge penalty right there, Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, he pushed off, because we were in the position to pick that off, and he was trying to push the defender out of the way that time, Charles.
Of course, on the post-game show, we'll talk with Felix Harper. 131 left. I was going to say 91 seconds, which is 131 remaining. Skelton, here's a square out high and complete, intended for Hunter Register. It'll bring up second down. He was covered by Key. Stops the clock with 1:28 left in this fourth quarter. Southern and Alcorn game of the week, 27-13. The Braves with the lead. Southern out of timeouts, 1:28 left. Skelton back to pass. Steps up. Skelton can run. Skelton to the 30. Skelton, nice juke move, and he goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Well, they mark him further upfield at the 38. So it's going to be third down and long. We're at the 38. They need to get to the 42. Third and 20 coming up for the Jaguars. With 1:19 left.
Timeout.
And we have an injured Brave down at the 42-yard line. Tell you what, Fred McNair goes out for every injury.
No doubt.
Anyone that goes down, Fred McNair's right there with him. And he always talks about Cedric Tillman, just how much he cares about these kids and, just trying to keep them healthy. And Jaleesa Hunter, the Braves head athletic trainer, she's been busy with all the injuries that we've had. And it's just amazing how this team has been able to fight through all of that. And another injured Brave here, Cedric.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't want to see these guys go down, and you always wonder who's the backup, who's coming behind. But these guys have been stepping up and filling in and playing well for us this year, guys. Just amazing how many, especially defensive linemen. They substitute in so many defensive linemen. Half the time I don't know who's on the field, but that's a good thing,
Yeah.
And it's definitely been working out in our favor, guys.
All right, the injured Brave is Juwan Taylor. We spoke with him a couple of weeks ago. So third down and 20 coming up for the Jaguars. No timeouts. Third and 20, Skelton steps up, throws high and complete. His receiver fell down, tried to get back up. And to bring up fourth down, pass intended for Brandon Hinton. And here's your ball game coming up with 1:14 left. Braves one stop away from going to 4-0 and a bye week. I think, I know it's going to be talked about amongst the Jaguar Nation. I think that Skelton's your quarterback for now.
Sure.
I know this will be talked about between now and next week for homecoming. Skelton back to pass. Looks, dances. Flushed out, being chased, and he's going to stay on his feet, and his pop well short. Just forced him out of bounds, and that's going to do it. The Braves with 1:02 left. Jaguars do not have any more timeouts, and the Braves are a minute away from going 4-0. I think for Dawson Odoms, the question is, who is his quarterback? I think leaving here, I think the question still is going to be, who's their quarterback? I've said Skelton. I was just so impressed with what he did in the championship game last year. And I think going forward, we might see this team again. We'll see this team once again. And I think as the Braves take the victory formation, Braves trying to get Nico Duffy on the field. And as Nico's coming onto the field, it was snapped, and with 50 seconds left here in this fourth quarter, the Braves, one play, and I think this will do it. With 40 seconds left, the Braves can just take their time here, 18 on the play clock. So we'll talk with Felix Harper coming up after the game. Braves with a 27-13 lead. Play clock at 5. And
Harper takes a knee, and that's going to do it. The Braves 4-0 in the division. Another big win and another big Alcorn Southern rivalry. And who knows, we might see this Jaguar team on this field again in about 7 weeks. SWAC championship game's a little later. Celebration Bowl is 4 days before Christmas. The Braves put themselves in position to host a championship game with a win here by the score of 27-13. We'll take a 1 minute break. We'll take a 1 minute break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Felix Harper, and we'll hear from Braves head coach Fred McNair. We'll take a 1 minute break. We'll be right back after this. Time out. This is Alcorn Braves football.
The DJ about to play my shit. The DJ about to play my shit. The DJ about to play my shit. So why me go dumb with this dumb? Got mom lit.
See me, I got 4 or 5 rods. I be lit, I'm the ghost town goons, everybody.
All right, our video presentation here after the ball game as the Braves win by the final score of 27-13. Some Steve Eyre to McNair highlights as the Braves win in the